Hey guys, it's your favorite non-working basement-dwelling incel here. Um, I've still got stuff that I had to put away. I got back from Ingles. I had to leave work again early. I got my fucking boss texted me last night, and the way she made it seem was like it was going to be a lot. She didn't say anything about cardboard or anything, but she said something about tubes, and she said something about carpet. So I'm thinking, oh shit, they must have cut a shitload of tubes. No, I got there and it was still those three fucking boxes that were sitting there the other day. So I managed to get two of them done. Nothing but the best. Mainly it was because the bale that was already in there, the wires were so fucking messed up. The thing was coming out of the baler and one of the wires busted. And then I pushed it out, the bale out even more. And then as I was wrapping the black band around it, that one busted. So now this has got like two freaking wires on it, and then I ran out of black bands because the freaking forklift drivers came down not too long ago and they used it for whatever, and then they just never fucking replaced it. So, but I managed to get the bale out a little bit. I got two boxes in. I did like three bales, one plastic, one carpet, one luchador, and they were all small. They were all fucking small. So I was pretty much done at like let's see. I did three bales within an hour. So I took my fucking time. If I had just gone the speed that I should have, it probably would have only taken about 30 minutes, or actually no, about 20 minutes. But I took my time, so I got there 8 o'clock, and I pretty much finished up at 9. And then I had to go around and collect blue bags from the offices, and then one of them was I go in there, and the fucking thing is heavy. And because obviously I'm 6'4", apparently that equals strength. So I'm trying to pull the thing out, and it's ripping because these plastic bags are like extremely fucking thin, and it just takes a little bit of weight for the thing to just start ripping apart. So it's like in this big fucking a container like maybe this high up, and I'm trying to pull the fucking thing up, and it's fucking ripping. I managed to get it out, and I tie it off and try to lift it, to where I can take it out to the buggy, and it starts ripping even more. And the fucking woman is sitting at her desk, and she's just fucking staring at me. I try to get a bag over it, so I had to, to lift it up to give it some extra stability. I do that, but then as I'm picking it up, it continues to fucking rip. And all the while, she's fucking sitting there staring at me, and I'm thinking, anytime now. You can clearly tell I'm struggling with this, so anytime you could just step in and just help me pick the damn thing up so that it doesn't spill all over the place. But nope, that would be too easy. So I'm supposed to take the shit outside to the dumpster, but I'm like, I'm not fucking taking that shit out to the dumpster. I could barely pick the damn thing up without it ripping. So I just took it to the compactor. The compactor was chained off because once it's full, they chain it off saying, hey, can't put any more in. But I went there and I saw that there was plenty of room in the back. So I took the first one and just kind of tossed it in as far as I could. And the other ones I just started, and it just hit the back, and it's fucking ridiculous. I'm like, anytime now. And I think Kevin came down 9:30 or so. He's like, what time are you staying till? I'm like, I'm probably leaving like 10 o'clock or so. I'm like, why? He's like, because I need to come down and do the yarn in there. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of that. And then I was going to get the blue bags, and he was behind me. I'm like, I'm pretty much done. There's nothing else down there for me to do. If you want to start now, you're more than welcome to. But he's like, oh no, I've still got something else to do, and I'll come down a little bit because there's a lot of fucking yarn. There's like a mountain of fucking yarn in there. So I used to do the yarn, but they have him do it because it's a lot. And they've got the like this little truck that you can throw it in, and you can fit more in the back of the lift than you could in the buggy that I have. So they use the truck, and I'm not permitted to drive. It's pretty much any tool there I'm not permitted to use. So so he uses that. But yeah, he was like, yeah, I got a lot of yarn to do. I'm like, well, I'm I'm pretty much done. I'm leaving at like 10 or 10:30 or so. It's fucking hot down there. Seriously. Like, I don't, I keep saying that it's hot, but I don't think you guys truly understand how fucking hot it actually is down there. Like, it is to the point where as soon as I reach the bottom of the area, come down the ramp, before I even get to my area, I'm fucking dripping sweat because it's 100 and fucking something degrees down there. And as I said, because of the fibro, hot is hotter, cold is colder. So for me, it's about 130 degrees. And then when I start working, that's when, first I get down there and, start to sweat and all that. And then as soon as I start working, just a little bit of work, suddenly my fucking balls are sticking to my pants and everything's sticking to my pants. And I can only even like bend over like that. I can't actually bend, squat down or anything because like my pants are attached to my legs and it's fucking ridiculous. It's so fucking hot down there. But and then I told my boss about the tubes again. She said it'd probably be best to leave like a note or something by the saw, like how big the tube should be, because each person cuts tubes differently. So, I mean, they're cutting them 24 inches long or something, and the ones that I pulled out of the machine on Wednesday, they weren't so like this. They if they went in the correct way, they should have been crushed this way, but no, they were just flattened a little bit, which means as they were being pushed, the tall ones were being stood up and being. So that was one reason why there was so much space. And then I filled up an entire gray buggy of just nothing but the big ones. But she's like, yeah, just leave a note for them, like nothing, mean or anything, but just let them know how big they should be. I mean, just maybe not even a foot, maybe a couple, 10 inches or so, 9 inches. I mean, I understand that's more work for them. They just want to put the tube on, 1, 2, done with that tube. Put another tube up, 1, 2, done with that tube. But they don't remember that, or they just don't care that I have to fucking bail them. And that shit gets caught up in the baler and clogs up. And then you push it forward, and then you see the little gauge, and then you gotta pull it back, and then you gotta push it forward again. I spend more time crushing the goddamn thing than I am loading stuff on and getting things done. So it's fucking ridiculous there. My landlady's sister was like, what about OSHA? What I'm like, well, because of the balers, they may not work properly, but there's really no way of me getting injured. It's not like one of the machines where there's giant rollers that you can get your fucking arm stuck and your whole fucking skin gets ripped off, which happened to my boss's. I think she said it was her daughter-in-law or something like that. His daughter-in-law, one of those. But she had a jacket on, and the string on the hoodie got stuck in the rollers, and these are metal rollers, and she got, and like skin just got ripped off, and just terrible fucking shit. But with the baler, there's really no accidents that can happen unless I'm fucking sticking my head in the goddamn thing. Even if the hydraulics were to give out, as soon as I hear a sound of something might be possibly falling, I'm going to move my hands, because that's all that would really happen. Is if I'm putting something in, the hydraulics give out, and boom, right on my arms. And then I'm like, ah! Fucking nubs and squirting blood. But as soon as I hear some kind of messed up sound, I'm like, so OSHA, there'd be no reason for them to get involved. Same thing with the other baler. I mean, you load stuff onto the conveyor belt and all that, and that's pretty much it. They go down into where the gets baled, and it's not like you can actually get in there. So, and the part that crushes, it's so far down, it's not like you can get any part of your body stuck in there. So that one, it's whatever. But got a nice big paycheck though today. God, $114 for 2 weeks of work. That's right, you heard me. 2 weeks of work, 114. That's 114. That's how much I made. I'm only making like fucking $2,400 a year. That's fucking ridiculous. The places that have called me back, because I can't work after work. Um, you know, any job I'd have would be after 5 o'clock, and SCUSA doesn't run that late. They end at 5. And I told them the situation, and they're like, "Well, we need people for more than just Tuesdays and Thursdays." I'm like, "That's all I can do. I've already got a job. I'm just looking for a second job." I don't know why it's so hard for me to find a second job when I know people like my roommate. She's got technically it's really two because I think she quit one or she doesn't. She goes to this other job for like an hour or so. So I don't know if she's still doing it. I know she goes somewhere else on Saturdays. So, but even that, I don't know why everyone else can seem to find a fucking second job, but I can't. It's like, oh well, we need people for more than just Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yeah, well, you need to understand, I don't have, I already have a job. I'm looking for a second job. And because of transportation issues, I can't come here after work. I could get there after work, but then getting home, and I'm certainly not going to walk 10 miles home, only to fucking go to work the next day in the fucking 100-something degree heat. Not happening. So, but $114 to my name, in which most of it was taken out today. Because I was on the phone, and my landlady's like, do you have any money for me for rent? I'm like, sure. She just told me to just give her what I can. She's like, I need to start paying bills. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just give you what I can. Even if it puts me in shitter. Because I still got to pay for SCUSA to get me to and from work. Well, to work. Her sister was like, well, I don't mind picking you up. Oh. But, yeah. So it's this whole fucking job. It's like I want to go to work because obviously I need the money. But then I get to work and there's nothing for me to do. And I just waste my fucking time. I got done and I could have stayed there till 1 o'clock, but then they would say, okay, well, you only did this much and you stayed clocked in until 1 o'clock. What were you doing the entire time? So. But yeah, at least it's Friday. Got home early. It's only, what time is it now? 12:30. Went to Ingles, got some stuff, and I'm just fucking tired. I barely even slept last night. So, anyways, that's it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.